Okay, hi, good evening everyone. So tonight we will do our first virtual meeting for LAX2003. So let me introduce myself first. My name is Nuraina Mardiah Binti Muntalib with Matric card 195328. Okay.
2525.
Okay, my name is Muhammad Safwan bin Anuari and my matrix number is 192074. Next.
My name is Amir Zaquan bin Yazid. My matric number is 198739.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhamad Amirul Mirza and my matric number 204026.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Faiq Razin Zariq bin Idris. My matric number is 204290.
Hafiz.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Hafiz Hisham. My number matric is 193487.
My name is Nurliyana binti Abdul Razak with matric number 191785.
Okay, Nabila.
My name is Khairul Binti Sahimi. My matric number 1936 and 26.
Lastly, Amirulhadi. Amirulhadi done
Okay, all and introduce yourself.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry because my internet is low right now, so maybe we start. It's okay, we just proceed our video. So I hope you guys fine in your home. Okay. So okay, today we will continue our fourth video or third video. Okay. We already choose our genre, which is comedy and the English strikers again. Okay. As you know, this story is about the is Mr. Bean and Khairul, Nabila or someone will tell about the synopsis for this story.
Okay, thank you, Aina. So I will tell about brief about this story. So basically, this story is about Rowan Atkinson, who played role as Johnny English. He was a former retired British spy and currently teaching at one of the boarding school at British. So, the story started where Rowan Atkinson, Johnny English, was called back to his duty because there was a hacker that who hacked government database that want to expose the British spy. So Rowan Atkinson, who is assigned to catch the culprit.
So that is a synopsis about the movie. So
Yes.
how do you feel about this movie after you already watch it? Okay. Anyone can feel can tell
Okay, at your okay.
Share our opinion, is it?
yes.
Okay.
Share your opinion.
Oh, okay. If I may start, can I?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can start.
Okay. From the synopsis itself, it's very clear how the premise of the story goes. An undercover spy from the English, from British spy, who is undercover doing secret missions, right? Honestly, this is my first time seeing Johnny English. This is the third sequel, right? the second sequel. I mean the third entry in the movie, and because before this I know Rowan Atkinson as Mr. Bean, so I look forward to see a similar Mr. Bean in Johnny English. But this time around it's different because Rowan Atkinson, for me, Mr. Bean now is a spy. I find it very interesting how a spy who is very, is it allowed to say that? A spy who doesn't know anything, if I can put it in word, a naive spy or a dumbfounded spy, managed to pull things together, even though he tried to connect the dots together but failed. But there's another force in the movie that keeps saving Johnny English and keeps giving success to Johnny English, because in the movie, throughout the scene, I honestly think that Johnny English or Mr. Bean or Robert Pattinson, whichever three, would not make it out alive in all the situations in the movie. But maybe God has a better plan for him, so he, in every situation, he managed to pull through. So it's very interesting to me. So I think what I can relate to my life is maybe we can only plan what we can do, and when we try to connect the dot, maybe it does not match. Maybe we fail, but don't ever forget there's God on top of us that is securely protecting us. So worry is a human nature, but now why not put trust in God, right? So I think it's just a movie, but that's what I learned from Johnny English. How about the others?
Maybe
For me,
Hafiz want to talk something. Okay, please.
okay. We want to talk about the actor and actress in this movie. First of all, in this movie, there are combination of the a variety of the actors, such as from British, America, and French. Which we can see first is Rowan Atkinson as the main protagonist, as the Sir Johnny English. We know as we're familiar with the Mr. Bean as Amir had before. Okay. Next is Olga Kurylenko, which as Ophelia Bulletova, a Russian spy in the Jolly English Strike Again. And not forget the main antagonist in this movie is Yazid Bohtar, which the intellectual person that who attack the cyber technology, which played by Jake Lacey, who the American actors, and also the all they will be Ben Miller, Adam Jess, and other person. I personally not know all of them. Only I know the Rowan Atkinson mostly. And everyone, I'm sure that everyone only know the Rowan Atkinson most compared to the other actor. Okay, how about you guys?
Okay, maybe someone can talk about the about your view on the storyline or the setting or some lessons from this movie. So maybe Hadi can share something. Hadi, unmute please.
Adi, we can't hear you.
Hear you.
Adi, you okay?
Unmute your microphone.
Hadi already unmute, but I think
Maybe
Hadi, maybe remove the earphone. Maybe the earphone, the mic is problem.
yeah.
Yes.
How about other person?
How about Mirza? Mirza want to share something first?
Okay. For me, we know this movie is a funny comedy, right? Okay. But I have another opinion from that. Okay, for me, Johnny English Strikers Again has a menacing of slapstick violence, including fighting, shooting, although no one is killed. Okay, so I think this movie is not suitable for young children, even though the story is a funny comedy. Okay, if you not if you not agree with my point, I can give some example from the scene.
Okay,
Okay.
can.
Okay, for example, there is one scene in this movie when Johnny English hits a security guard over the head with a blackboard. Okay,
Oh,
from there, maybe not suitable for young children lah.
under
Okay,
age not suitable.
yeah. Then I also want to add one more point to support my opinion. This movie also shows some use of substances. For example, there are one scene when the British Prime Minister Emma Thompson, one of character in this movie, ordered two bottles of wine and some sleeping pill to get to sleep because he gets some stress in this movie. I don't know. I don't know what stress. Okay. So for me, this movie is not suitable for young children. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mirza, for sharing your opinion. How about Adi?
Microphone is problem.
Adi, your microphone, we cannot hear you.
Uh,
Uh,
I think he need to leave and come again.
okay, never mind. We move on to Eric. Eric want to share something, your view about this movie.
Uh, alright. First of all, I'm sorry I'm not prepared well about this discussion. But what I know about this movie, this is the funniest film I ever seen, and he's so clumsy. There's no way he should be a spy, and that's why it's funny. I not actually watch it, but I have looked at the poster and made up the film in my head. I would give it 8/10, maybe. Alright, that's all. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you, Faiq, for sharing your opinion. How about Aina? You want to add something about this movie?
I think Yana will want to speak something. Yana, do you have any point to share with us?
Yana, do you enjoy watch this movie? Because before this, you keep want to watch horror movie, but unfortunately,
Yeah.
the book went to the comedy.
Past video, right?
Yeah. Okay, Yana, can you
we,
share something?
we all know Yana is kaki wayang. Kaki wayang. So
For me, the story, the movie is they have a little bit of problem with the violence, right? Of laugh, and in this movie overall, I think if you enjoy the comedy, you will really like this movie. So I think the Rowan Atkinson is so great making this movie. So it's very good and enjoyable movie for me lah.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
thank you, Anna. How about Hadi? He come back.
Hadi okay, Hadi?
Hadi, you enable the audio in your computer for Zoom?
It's okay. Safwan, what about your point?
Okay, here my turn is coming. So, everyone already state their view and about this movie. So, other than that, I want to add some lesson learned that we can take from this movie. They have 3 lessons, but it's quite long. I hope you guys don't feel boring lah. If I explain about it. So firstly, it's about cyber security takeaways from Johnny English. So the firstly is the lesson we can take is you have to know what data permission you are giving and to. So early on the film, the Prime Minister, played by Emma Thompson, find herself a bad luck. So the British government is faced with dozens of cyber attacks, each increasing in its impact on the nation. So from turning all of the stoplight in London red to turning up the velocity on the famous London Eye. So no one knows what to do regarding all the attack. Nor do they have a cyber security plan in place to keep them from continuing to happen. So the data breaches and hacks continue to happen, impacting the greater population of England. So later in the movie, the Prime Minister inadvertently give Bohtar control over the entire nation state by not reading the terms of service. So thank goodness for Johnny English, the spy who comes to the rescue. So for the sake of security, we have to know what data we are sharing and know who you are giving to. So like this Zoom application, so we have to be careful to share our data, our personal data, also in other social media platform. So that is one of the lesson learned. Secondly, we must always use multi-factor of authentication. So the lawyer Bob, played by the Ben Miller, married between episode 2 and 3. His wife is actually the captain of nuclear submarine, which comes in hardly as English. Which come in handy as English and both enlist her help to track down the .com, the villa in yachts. Now, you know the scene that the Johnny English strike the nuclear missile to the yacht to destroy the communication. So from this lesson, you can know that leaving your accounts to chance where someone only needs to get lucky ounce is a risk you should not take. So enable multi-factor authentication and avoid will be mishaps or breaches. So that is the second lesson lah. And then from this lesson, you can know that the premise of the series is a bumbling agent mishandling each scenario to surprising success. I think yes, but for recommended for the underage, I think is not recommended to the underage to watch this movie because got the scenes violence, the scene that not proper for the children to watch. And then unless we are Johnny English, being fraternate should not be our plan when it comes to cybersecurity. So fumbling ourselves into the right position probably won't happen. So instead, proactively plan will respond to what could happen. Review accounts regularly for changes. Monitor your credit history. Assume insecurity by default. So this is the careful step for us can take about the cybersecurity itself. So we can learn a lot from Johnny English. Mostly around what not to do. Still, I recommend seeing the movie if you are looking for a laugh. So that's why it's called as a comedy movie. So that's all from me. Thank you. So we can come back to Hadi. Hello Hadi.
Okay, last call for Hadi. Hadi, are you okay? If not okay, it's okay because we already left a few minutes.
Okay Hadi. Hello
Hadi?
Hadi. Hi there. Ah,
I think Hadi is seeing election.
Guys, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, yes.
So,
Can?
Hadi can
Hello?
say something.
Can? Can you guys hear me? Can?
Okay.
okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Hadi. Okay, good.
Okay, guys, sorry for the inconvenience. But just now I don't know what happened to my laptop. Actually,
Hadi,
I
please
need to
open
change
your
change
camera.
up just now.
Please open your camera.
But right now the problem is the camera pula. Tadi the microphone.
Oh,
Just now.
It's okay,
It's
Hadi.
okay.
As long we can hear you.
Okay.
okay, okay.
Sekejap,
Okay.
wait, eh.
You can continue. Okay, you can continue.
Okay.
Ah,
Guys can hear me right?
yes.
So basically, I think Safwan already touched about the ending about the
No,
movie, but I think
about the lesson.
lesson here. So right now we will talk about the lesson, right? So what actually I learned about the movie, basically, what basically what I learned about the movie is uh, when we try to something, we need to put a focus to it because we can see from the movie, right? Mr. Bean, or not Mr. Bean, actually, Roy Atkinson, who is English, he tried his best to put his effort to do his work to the finest. You guys can see, right? Because although he is what Amir just said before this, he is dumbfounded and cannot do much, but and he is also a person who is not civilized, but he cannot cooperate with technology, right? So from this movie we can try to adapt the the all the environment, all the prospect from the movie and put it to our life, cause and try to strive for excellence. Okay, I think that's all from me. That's all.
Okay, thank you Hadi for sharing your view about this movie.
Okay, I think you all have give your opinion about Johnny English. So next discussion will identify the third genre lah. Okay, so I think that's all for our group discussion form. For Madam, we are sorry because our line is quite slow tonight, especially Hadi, but he attend our meeting. Okay, so that's all. Thank you everyone. So stay safe. Thank you.
Okay, stay safe.
Thank you.
Stay home. Okay, bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye. Thank
Selamat Hari Raya
you.
sama.
Bye. Selamat Raya.
Bye.
Happy Raya.
Raya.
TV.